Good morning, YouTube. My name is Stephanie. This is the Garden of Whedon. I wanted to do kind of a different video today. I went to the farmer's market and I went to one of our local farm stands and asked them to just put together a box for me for $20, and then I added some stuff to it for another $2, and then this is what I left the market with. And I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do some cooking from the farmer's market. So stick around, I'll show you what we got. Okay, so I moved all of the veggies into the kitchen. I've got a load running in the dishwasher there. And before I decide what I'm going to do with all of this great food, I'm going to cut up that apple and one of these amazing indigo rose tomatoes just for a little snack to get me inspired. I usually don't cut up my apples quite this nicely, but this one's Golden Delicious, I think. It's so sweet, very nice. And then look at that tomato. So it's called the indigo rose. It's got almost a purple. If you were to have it on like a cheese, you can see that there's a little bit of purple that comes out. And I just sprinkled it with some lemon zest and salt. And I'm just gonna snack on that. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I wish you could taste these tomatoes. They are insane. They're so delicious. If you ever have a chance to buy an indigo rose tomato, I highly recommend it. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm just looking at my produce and I'm trying to kind of think of my week ahead and what we've got going on. So I know that with the spaghetti squash, I love to roast it in the oven and then mix the insides with like a tomatoey, garlicky, cilantro, maybe some red bell peppers. But we have a party tonight, so we wouldn't be able to eat that tonight. So if I'm roasting this tomorrow, I'll also probably wait with the acorn squash, which the farmer told me you can pretty much bake that as is and then do just like a tiny bit of cinnamon and brown sugar on top, and it's like a dessert. So I think those two will be tomorrow, but I will probably make the insides today. Oh, the other thing I put in with the squash is goat cheese. So I do the tomatoes, peppers, onions, cilantro, goat cheese mixture on the inside. So I'll probably do some of that cooking, the peppers, maybe. Oh, I don't know if I want to use these tomatoes though because they're so good. Maybe I would take the indigo rose tomatoes out and save those because I don't know that I want to cook away all their juicy goodness. I have to think about that. And then I've got these 2 grapefruits and these 2 oranges, which I think I will zest and juice for both of them. Pretty sure on that. And I'm just going to keep the apples to eat out of hand later. Got this cucumber back here, which would also be great with some tomatoes, just cut it up and prepare it, get it ready for a salad. So maybe I do that with these wonderful, beautiful tomatoes, and then I can eat on that throughout the week. And then I've got the zucchini, and I think maybe zucchini and green pepper make a little veggie stir-fry thing with some nice spices. And then I'll peel the carrots. The carrots I might peel and roast tomorrow when I do the squash. I think I might do that. Make a little nestle them in. Oh, I wish I had thyme and rosemary. I didn't think about picking that up. Okay, so I'm going to think a little bit more on the plan and then I will show you as I do some prep work. Okay, I think I got it all planned out here. So I've got the squashes in the back for tomorrow's cooking. I have the carrots in the fridge. They'll go in the roasting pans tomorrow. Apples to eat out of hand. The indigo rose tomatoes are in the back because I just like to eat those sliced with the salt. So I'll eat those throughout the week. And what I usually do is I feel around for the squishiest one and I eat that first. So I like to make sure that they stay fresh. And then I've got today's cooking. So I'm going to make this today. So that's pepper, tomato, garlic, and onion. And that will be the filling for the spaghetti squash tomorrow. So I'll pre-cook that. That way we just mix it in with the goat cheese later. And it'll have some cilantro in it too. Then I'm going to make the poblano pepper and the zucchini and the garlic with some spices as a separate veggie medley. And then this will be a salad. The cucumber, these cherry tomatoes, garlic, onion, cilantro, and lime from the lime tree. Then I'll work on zesting the 2 oranges and juicing those, and zesting the 2 grapefruit, juicing those. There's the bread that I bought from the farmer's market today. And I've got my little prep station here. I keep a bowl and I put all the scraps in there, and I will make a stock from that, just like a little veggie stock that I can use to cook rice in throughout the week. And all of this, like, style of batch cooking from the farmer's market comes from this book, An Everlasting Meal by Tamar Adler. It's a great book. I love it so much. It really inspired me to do some fresh, fun cooking. So I think what I'll start with today, right now, is the salad. So I will go ahead and show you when that's all done. Okay, little progress update. I took 1/3 of the cilantro and I just mixed it together with olive oil and some of the lime salt. I think I called it lemon salt earlier. That's lime zest salt from the limes from the tree in our backyard. So I like to make this just like a highly herbed olive oil, and I'll use that within the week. I'll just drizzle that on top of stuff. Really good, probably really good with like some of that bread and garlic. And then, so I've chopped up all of there's some onions here at the bottom, the tomatoes, the cucumber for the salad, and I made a vinaigrette sort of thing. I did the juice of 1 lime from the tree, 1 of the green onions, the other 1/3 of the cilantro, olive oil, and some cranberry vinegar that I made with the lime salt. And then what I think I'm going to do, it's clearly too big for this jar. I'm going to mix it in this bowl here with the dressing. And then when I get around to doing the grapefruit and the oranges, I'm going to take 1/2 of one of each, 1 grapefruit, 1 orange, and I'm going to put that juice in here as well. I think it'll be nice to brighten it up. Okay, so I will mix this up and show you the final product. All right, that's better. Sprinkled a little more lime salt on top. Those are ready to go. Now I'm going to start over here. I'm going to do this mixture for tomorrow's spaghetti squash because I want to get to the cilantro that's going to last not as long as, just the pepper, zucchini, and garlic. And yeah, I will come back. Okay, so I'm prepped for the filling for the spaghetti squash. I'm going to go ahead and warm up the garlic and olive oil first, then I'll do the peppers and then the green onions. And one of the things I love about, I guess I'd call it like super slow cooking, right? This isn't get dinner on the table within 30 minutes kind of cooking. This is, I have the Saturday and I want to do something nice for me and for my family, and so I'm spending my day cooking. I really love it. I just sit here and sing and chop and cook. Anyway, but one of the cool things is you really get to try each food. So this tomato is perfect, spot on. I don't want to cook that very long at all. But this one could use some time cooking and marinating with all the stuff. So what I'm going to do is do peppers, onions, this tomato, get that all nice and really cooked, and then do this tomato and this cilantro at the end to keep those bright flavors and the bright colors as well. So I'm going to cook it, and then when I come to put it in the jar, I'll show you how it looks. And there's the cooked tomato, pepper, cilantro, onion mix for tomorrow's spaghetti squash. And in the meantime, I unloaded the dishwasher, loaded it halfway back up again, and chopped up the rest of the veggies for this kind of green, I want to call it like a green curry. It's not going to be a curry, but it's just going to be like a highly spiced veggie melee. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cooking. So there's the green veggies simmering on the stove. I just threw a bunch of dried spices in there. It's got pepper, white pepper, red pepper flakes, parsley, marjoram, and dill weed. And then I've got the stock simmering on this back burner here. Those two are going to cook for quite a while, so they're good paired together. I got most of the dishes done. I'm just about to do my zesting and juicing of the orange and the grapefruit, but first, it's like 1:20 and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have just a little medley. 2 slices of toast, one with just cilantro and olive oil and salt, and the other with the tomato pepper mix, and then a little bit of the salad. Alrighty, there are my finished products. On the far left, I've got both grapefruit and orange zest in salt, so another citrus salt jar. And then I've mixed the grapefruit juice and the orange juice together, second from the left. It's perfect. The orange juice would have been too sweet, the grapefruit juice too bitter, together amazing. Then we've got the green veggie medley, the salad, which I also added some of the grapefruit orange juice mixture too, so good. And then we've got tomato peppers for tomorrow's dinner and the cilantro oil. So that's it for me today. Like I said, I'll do the squashes tomorrow. Maybe have an apple, maybe have a tomato with salt. Nothing, no dishes in the sink. I've just got the stock bubbling on the stove there. I'm going to turn it down real low and then I'm going to go take a nap. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all later. Okay, it's dinner time, and I'm going to go ahead and roast the spaghetti squash, the acorn squash, and peel and roast the carrots. And here is how it all looks prepped. I'm just waiting for the oven to get up to 400 degrees, and then I'm going to pop them in. The pepitas, I call those messy pepitas because they still have all of the kind of stringy innards attached. They'll probably cook first, then the carrots, and then the squash will be last. And I'll let the squash cook for 30 minutes, the spaghetti squash. Then I'll just add the fillings in after that and let it warm through. And that's all. Acorn squash are done. Spaghetti squash is now filled with the goat cheese, tomato, pepper medley and going back in to warm through. So dinner is all ready, just needs to cool down a little bit before we dig in. There are the roasted carrots, acorn squash, and the messy pepitas. Hope you guys enjoyed this cooking video. See y'all later.